headed out to the investment property, and we have all kinds of critter trails on our property. We had a coyote and deer last night that we saw. We're here at the post office, and I made some fudge. I got up early and made some fudge for my niece, so Ken is gonna mail that package first thing. You know what? I can show you how I did it if you want. I'm making some fudge, and the ingredients you will need is 3 cups of sugar, a cup of chopped walnuts, 7 ounces of a marshmallow cream, 2/3 cup of an evaporated milk, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1.5 cubes or 3/4 cup of butter, and 12 ounces of chocolate chips. That's it. You will also need a 13 by 9 inch casserole dish that's been sprayed with cooking spray, or you could also use butter. This recipe is so easy. I went ahead and I put the sugar, 3 cups of sugar, 3/4 cup of butter, and 2/3 cup of evaporated milk into my Dutch oven. You want to use like a real heavy pot, the heaviest pot that you got. We're going to get this all incorporated. It's so simple. You go ahead and let the butter melt, get it all mixed together. It'll come to a boil, and you boil it for 5 minutes, and then turn off the heat, and we'll start adding the other ingredients. I'll bring this to a boil and be right back. One of the things I like to do is take a pastry brush with a little bit of water and get the sugar granules off the side of the pot. That way you'll prevent any kind of crystallization of your fudge. Just a little tip. All right, that looks good. Now that this is at a full boil, we're going to stir it constantly for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. I turned off the heat. The first thing I want to do is add the chocolate chips. Let those melt. Doesn't take very long. Oh, it's starting to smell like fudge. Just the residual heat is starting to melt the chocolate chips. Okay, we're going to start in with the other ingredients. Go ahead and put in the marshmallow. This one's a little messy. I usually take it out of the jar and I kind of put it on a plate. It's a little easier to work with, I find. We're going to start getting that all mixed in. Gotta stir, stir, stir. When we were kids, we used to take turns stirring. The youngest one would go first, and then we'd go right down the line. You want to stir it till all the marshmallow is incorporated. That's looking so good. Okay, next is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And the nuts. Get this all incorporated. And then we're just going to pour this out into our 13 by 9 inch pan and let it cool. That's how easy making fudge is. Once you put it in your 13 by 9, just spread it so it's even. This recipe makes 3 pounds of fudge. The original recipe, I believe, is called Fantasy Fudge. It's an old-fashioned fudge recipe from decades ago, but it always comes out really good, especially if you take the time to get the sugar crystals off the side of your pan at the beginning. It never crystallizes. So I'm just going to let this cool, and then I'm going to get it packaged up and send it to my niece. We're doing a Walmart pickup today, but they sent me a text and said they were out of stock of Vidalia onions and Hawaiian rolls, and I need those for this week. So Ken's just going to run in real quick and get those 2 items, and then later we'll do our grocery pickup. Well, that didn't take long. Next, we're going to head out to the investment property. It looks like we got some storms over behind me coming in, some dark clouds. So, I don't know, might snow a little. All right, we're here at the investment property, and this apartment here, they've done a lot of the drywall, and look at how it's just transforming it so much. There's the kitchen. It has the peninsula here. Isn't it coming together so nice? And then the bathroom. It's going to be a nice size shower, oversized shower. They have some of the drywall done in here, and they left that open so they could get, you know, back and forth. I'm going to turn you around here. They still got to drywall that, but look at how it just makes it so different, huh? You can kind of see the rooms now. They're working in this apartment, putting the ceiling in today. We packed up the propane tanks. We're going to take them to Tractor Supply and get them filled for the guys. We put our propane tanks there, and then the guy will just come out and fill them and then put them in the back of our truck. Really convenient. They have this curbside service down pat, and you just call and let them know you're here, and then they bring out the feed and the bedding and stuff like that. Pretty handy. We are all loaded up. We got the propane tanks filled. We got bedding for the chickens and all their feed. So we're going to go back to the investment property and drop off the propane tanks for our guys. They're going to be here all weekend. And we're like in sub-zero temperatures. I think it's dropping to -7, someone said. I don't know. But it's cold out today. Even though the sun is shining, it's cold. And so we just wanted to make sure that they had the propane tanks full. So we're going to drop those off next. The guys finished for the day, so they did do some more of the room, the upper part. And then tomorrow they'll start in on this. It's starting to take shape. Anyway, we're dropping off these propane tanks. We're heading to New Hartford to the mall there. We are here at the Seagerland Mall. Ken has a cracked phone and he's going to get it fixed. Ken's going in he dropped his phone and cracked the glass on the front of it. So he's going to go take it in there, drop it off, and they're going to repair it for him. He dropped off the phone, and I guess we're going to go have lunch. We brought some tuna sandwiches. Ken was a sweetheart, and he made us a little picnic lunch. So we're going to eat our tuna sandwich. We dropped off Ken's phone to get fixed, and now we're on the way to Walmart. We're doing a grocery pickup. Out good. We're here picking up our groceries, and then they just called Ken and told him his phone's ready, so we'll just pick up our groceries and then drive back over to the mall, pick up his phone. Is that all we need to do today? Oh, good. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm getting tired just sitting here. That was quick. Took like a minute. We loaded up the car and we're off. Back to the mall. We're like chasing our tail today. We'll pick up Ken's phone, and he said that's the last errand we have today, so we'll be headed home. This is where we got our boat. Bass Pro Shops. They still need to we ordered a surround for it, and then some extra coating on the bottom, so they'll have to do that in the spring, I guess. We'll have to bring it in. Back home, probably an hour's drive or so. I guess we're going to the car wash. Ours needs it. It's full of dirt and salt, and you really want to get it off, even in the winter. I know we have that big storm coming. I don't know. They say it's supposed to hit either Washington, D.C. or it's going to hit us. I hope it hits D.C. They could take a hit for the team, right? But yeah, we're going to get the car washed. Here we go. The pristine wash. Snow than ice. Stopped at the liquor store. I need some brandy because I'm going to brandy some mushrooms this week when we grill some steaks. Did you get everything? We've been gone all day. I didn't do a dang thing and I'm tired. Why is it so tiring when you're just not really doing anything? It's gonna be cold tonight. It's supposed to get below zero. I don't know how much below zero, but sub-zero tonight. Cold. There's some deer. Oh, there he goes. There she goes. Where'd she go? Oh, there's 3 of them right there. There's 1. Oh, there's 4 of them. Yeah. Huh. There's one over here too. She's coming up. Oh, she's scared. We're not going to do anything to you. Bye, dears. I started my day with a cup of tea, and I'm ending my day with a cup of tea. And I am going to enjoy, this is the Seed Garden book from Seed Savers, and it talks all about the practice of seed saving. And that's one thing I want to learn more about and practice more this year with the garden. I just want to say thank you to Heidi for recommending this. This book looks amazing. It's just like packed with so much information. Like, I can't wait to dive into this. So I think I'm tuckered out. I'm gonna go upstairs and take a hot bath, get into my jammies, and call it a night. So I'm gonna get to bed early and start in again tomorrow. Good night, you guys.